Alright, I finally found this quest from like 20 levels ago. Somebody just logged in. Yeah, nothing really just draws me to want to go and do Noman ever. I need to wake up. I was up till 3 a.m. running graveyard with those guys. We were having a damn good time, so I'm not gonna act like like I regret it or like it was a problem or anything. So I had a good time. There were a good group of guys. Good group of guys. And I got my hands on this motherfucker. Look at this trinket, dude. Look at this thing. Level 30, you get it in Graveyard, and it's a trinket, -5 spirit, 10 shadow res, 13 shadow spell damage, dude. What? I just spent all this time working up to get to 160 jewel crafting so that I can make this, the Netherbane rod, which is pretty cool looking. Look at this. 5 spell damage. This almost triples the spell damage, and it's a trinket. Oh, and funniest part about that is, so like I said, yeah, go through all that to make this, and it has 5 damage and healing. And then literally on our first running graveyard, what do I get? Orb of the Forgotten Seer. Over double. Over double of the spell power on this. Yeah, I lose some stats and everything. That sucks, but damn. Now I just need that hypnotic blade from what's his name? The Arcanist? Oh, that's right. I had to be killing the Kokars for that old little lady. I was thinking about making a human hunter. I've never done that before. I was curious if they would look cool or not. I've always been orc, and I would feel really bad rolling anything other than orc hunter. But I'm curious. I'm curious. Would they look, especially if I went with that, like use those talents where you can play without a pet, to where I'm more of just like a ranger? I don't know. I mean, that might be a pretty cool lark. Oh, did they fucking get him? So I just need the pack runners. Oh man. Alright, so what dungeon should I queue for? More graveyard? Oh shit. Idiot. Alright, so this, we got mind flay here. It's a 20-yard range. Shadow reach is 10, so 20%. So that turns it into a 24-yard range. And all the others go from, what, 30 to 36? Pretty handy. Why can't I get up this fucking hill? Is this it? Doesn't look like it. Always run right past it. Oh, I didn't this time. Must be that one. He's a little bloodthirsty. Many thanks. No, thanks to your violent deeds, many lives were saved. Now, of course, I'll be sure to share this. I'll be sure to reward you. Let's see, this will be something you can either use yourself for compensation. I wish I'd remembered this back in the day, dude. When I say back in the day, I mean like a couple days ago. Because compared to what I had, these stats are dope. And it looks sick, dude. Definitely saving that for the transmog, but 4 stam, 4 int, 2 spirit. Yeah. Ooh, first order of business. I need to make this pendant for my paladin. And before I send it to him, I need to enchant it. Well, fucking way she goes sometimes. I wasn't paying any attention. What did I even fall off of? That's not that high. Fuck, I did not mean to open all. Wool cloth, light armor kit. Oh no. I gotta go smoke. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. We want to take a look at something. Back to 1K needles, it looks like. Alright, so with that, we got 6.14 crit minus what do we have with this? 5.89. 0.25. So 9 intellect is a quarter of a percent crit chance. So that means I would need roughly, 35 to 40 just to get one crit chance. That seems pretty crazy to me. What's our mana regen look like with the, we are at 41 spirit regen. $44 spirit regen. It is a difference of 100 health. No, I'll get a robe that has stamina on it eventually. I hate feeling like none of my stuff has stam on it. That coffee, well, it's off balance. Must be repaired. Look, when I was here before, iron as far as the eye can see. Now that I can gather it, where's the fucking iron? We're back. Now it's nothing but copper through here, dude. Of course. Damn, dude. Copper City. Gold. It's just not what I want. Damn, almost ran right past it. No, it works on humanoid targets. Bullshit. Some cunts running around here stealing the iron. I know it. Let's hope it's a war mode ally within 5 levels of me. Jeez. Come on now. You piece of shit, dude. I got him down to 48 health. Motherfucker. If I had known he was there, It's actually pretty funny looking at. Well, actually, I mean, let's see. So 9 int. Around 25%. We'll say 10. 10 int is like 25% of crit. I don't know. Yo, what's up, dude? Put that one down. One more. Nice. How's it going, Hubert? You be Dubois. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. It's early for me, dude. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm kind of half dead right now. Escort. Ooh, escort. Wonderful. Cool. Well, let's go try to keep this guy from getting killed. Can I buff him? I can buff him. Should do something. Yeah, I struggle. I mean, I still struggle with that from time to time, but the way I see it is, I think a lot of people they'll kind of struggle and like intentionally like try to find something to talk about. You know what I mean? Like they'll just try to ramble and fill space. And maybe that's the way you're supposed to do it. I don't fucking know. I'm not good at this. But kind of what I do is if I have a thought on what's going on, I'll just, think out loud kind of. But you can really tell when somebody is just trying, like they're struggling to think of something to talk about because they're so worried that someone's going to come in, and if they're not talking, then they're going to leave and everything. And I think people put too much pressure on themselves. Because for me, I just want to fucking play video games and hang out with people while I do, But it definitely is. I mean, because that's what it's all about. It is better when someone comes in and actually wants to start a conversation. Makes the whole thing more enjoyable. We'll see. Okay, I've actually had a theory about this because I'm sure anyone that ever wanted to stream has seen the like, my top tips for getting followers or getting your viewers up or whatever. And every one of them is saying just basically talk like there's people there, and never stop talking and stuff. And all these people making these videos, of course I don't know everybody on the internet, but I'm just saying everyone that I've seen that is making these videos, they're not like major streamers that everybody knows. And if you go through like their YouTube and stuff, all of their content is just about how to be a streamer, but there's nothing of them actually doing the damn thing. It's like all they do is give you tips on how to be a streamer. They never seem to actually stream. So, yeah, I just kind of, I mean, I've made like several friends on here so far, and that's really all I was into it for. Was where I live, there's not many people that are interested in, especially these kind of video games like MMOs and stuff. So in my daily life, I don't really get to talk about, you know, WoW and what's going on and different games I'm playing and stuff. So that's really what made me start up streaming, was just because I wanted to be able to hang out with some people who have common interests and actually be able to talk about it. So, brother man, why are you walking towards the monsters? Whoever designed whoever designed all the escort quests, I swear they were trolling. They have to be. Because this guy's talking about how he's scared to death. He just wants to get out of here. And he's just walking, like the exit's that way. But he's walking towards the monsters over here. Look at him, he's going out of his way to, that one wasn't even messing with him. No, hey, that's a really valid point, So I don't do that with streams, but I do. I definitely do that with YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm just not a talented rambler. Like I can talk all day when it's an actual conversation, but I don't know. I have no interest in doing the whole streamer thing of overreacting to everything I see. Like, whoa, what is this guy? Where did he come from? Like, you know, how people act and stuff. Like, they play it up and everything. And, you know, more power to them. I'm sure it gets them, I'm sure they're very successful at it, but that's just not really my area of expertise. Hey, dude, maybe you check back in 3 years and I'm 100% that guy. Like, who knows? I'm not making any promises. But my real natural self is not that guy. In the way I look at it, like, I don't check analytics. I mean, you know, if people want to come and hang out, then that's awesome. And if they don't, they don't. I think I have a better chance of winning a scratch off lottery ticket than I would of like becoming fucking Asmongold or something like that. So I'm not gonna be crushed if I'm not raking in millions of dollars by playing video games. Though technically it's a job that I've trained my whole life for. But hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you something cool. I was one of my viewers actually came and found me in game and enchanted my weapon. I was only like level 20 or something like that. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch. Brother, you're supposed to be like in fantasy medieval thanks a bunch. That seemed like a strange thing for him to say. Oh, but yeah, anyways, I was like level 20 and I had a viewer stream snipe me and give me a fiery weapon enchant. So technically, it's already, you know, this camera and this mic, they're already paying for themselves. As far as I'm concerned. Man. Well, no, I mean, the server population is not low. I am not used to having to sit into a dungeon queue for this long. Right on, man. Well, yeah, I appreciate the follow and I appreciate you hanging out for a little bit. Don't work too hard, bro. Take a lot of bathroom breaks. That is the key. Oh, of course. I can never distinguish which one of their eggs are good and which ones are. Oh, you can kind of see that from that angle. They're busted. But from the other side, it looks kind of normal. They are brighter. I'm gonna have to work off of that, I guess. Because I want to get this over with and get the hell out of here. Tell you what I really want to do. I really wish I could get that same group I had last night in Graveyard, man. It was such a good group. Tank needed, Dragonmaw retreat, high level group. No, because I gotta take. I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place right now. Like, or I'm in a. So I have to take my daughter to school. I could take her a little early, but I feel bad for doing that. But I can't get it's kind of in that in between time where I don't have enough time to commit to like a dungeon run, but I don't know. But there's enough time left where I want to do something. It just couldn't. It couldn't be a dungeon like. Basically, I have time for a Stockades run. I don't have time for a Dragonmaw retreat run. I guess I'm just gonna finish up this quest real quick, and I'm gonna give her a ride. And as soon as I get home, I'm gonna see what's going on as far as groups. Because I really want to keep playing this guy. I'm having so much fun with the new to me. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure these changes for Turtle WoW veterans are like old, but I haven't played Shadow Priest since the first month or 2 months, I think, of Burning Crusade. Like, I got to 70, and I think I did Karazhan. I mainly just did heroics and dungeons, or I mainly was doing dungeons, point being, and arenas and stuff. So it's been a long time since I played Shadow Priest, and I am really, really loving what they did with the spec on here. It's so weird. This is my first time not playing a melee character ever on Turtle WoW. I haven't played a caster. I don't even know when the last time I played seriously played a casting class, like a clothy. Ooh, okay, that's a good little goal. What time we got? 10:10 my time. Actually, you know what? It's about time for her to go. I'm gonna get these last 2 eggs. $15 iron. What do we need for that necklace? I also got this last night, everybody. So this I'll preface this. We were in the graveyard. You son of a bitch. In the graveyard, we had the cloth fire damage helmet from Interrogator Vicious drop. Okay, and if he takes this out from under me, I'm gonna fucking spurg out, dude. Alright. Interrogator Vicious dropped his fire damage cloth hood. We had a Ret Paladin in the group that rolled neat on it. We had a Destruction Warlock who was like a fire Destruction Warlock in the group who actually needed it. And luckily, you know, everything worked out. The Warlock got it and stuff. Then we go to the second boss. He claimed the first thing he said, he was like, "Oh, sorry, I thought it was he was basically saying he thought it would add fire to his melee attacks. It added fire to all your damage. Could have been true. I don't know. It sounded like bullshit to me, but whatever. So, give him the benefit of the doubt. We keep running. Get down to the second boss, Duke Dreadmore. And the one thing the tank who formed the group asked in advance, "Hey guys, I won't roll on anything else that anybody needs. All I need out of here is the belt from this guy. I've tried for it and tried for it and tried for it, and it just won't drop for me." So he was like, "Is there any way you guys could be cool with just, if that drops, just giving it to me the first time?" And everybody, because prior to the run starting, everybody, including the Ret Paladin, agreed. Kill Duke Dreadmore, guess what drops? The belt. Guess who rolls on it? The Ret Paladin. And this time, all did not work itself out, and the Ret Paladin fucking won it. Alright? So then... Oh, okay. The Prot Paladin formed the group originally, so he would have been the leader, but we had to use the group finder for like one spot, and when it does that, it reforms the group, so he wasn't actually the leader at this point. It was one of our DPS. Anyway, so he's obviously mad and stuff like that, but he's not causing too much of a fuss. We're still clearing through, We have 2 iron spines up at the exact same time. I have never seen this before. I've seen 2 rares, but not 2 of the same rare spawned at the exact same time. So he asks, he's like, "Hey man, if one of these drops the tanking chest piece, or if one of these drops the tanking mace, can I get it, can basically be reserved for me since what just happened with the belt, and you're Ret, so you don't use one-handers anyhow." And the fucking Ret Paladin was like, "Oh yeah, sure man, sorry, I didn't know this is the item you were talking about when I needed on it," and blah blah blah. So we go kill Iron Spine. Guess what drops? The mace. Ret needs, obviously. And this time he loses. Luckily, he loses to our tank. And go to kill the second Iron Spine. And Kill him, chest piece drops. Again, Ret Paladin needs, which is fine. I mean, it's mainly a high stam piece, but that's, you know, I get that one. So anyway, he needs on it. Basically, him, the tank, they both need. Luckily, the tank wins again, and he gets it. And then the Ret starts accusing the tank of being a ninja, even though he never mentioned anything about the chest piece prior. Never said, hey, this is my item. And on top of that, he had been stealing shit the entire run up until this point. Boom. Consider yourself healed, son. Yeah, so he loses the chest piece. Damn, it got cold so fast. Black. But yeah, so it was such an eventful run, just full of bullshit from this moron, and we kept openly saying like, "Hey, just kick this guy. He's clearly trying to ninja and stuff." Actually, no, at that point we hadn't been. The tank was saying this, but all of us were like, "Well, he could equip it, he could use it." I wasn't saying this, but I was thinking it like, I don't know if he's a ninja. Then guess what drops? A recipe for jewel crafting. This recipe for a blue level 30 necklace with 5 strength, 5 stam, 6 intellect on it. Awesome necklace. I ask ahead of time, is anybody else a jewel crafter in the group? No. Ret Paladin doesn't say anything. He needs on it as well. So then the tank Paladin, he needed on it just so he could, you know, trade it to me, just to kind of increase the odds that the Ret wouldn't get it. Luckily, I ended up winning that, and I checked his gear to see if any of his jewelry was self-made or if he had any oh, that was for the escort. Anyway, yeah, so I inspected him. There was literally nothing that would indicate he was a jewel crafter. All of his jewelry was trash, generic stuff, like just random green drop shit and a couple like quest rewards from level 12 or something. Obviously, he wasn't a jewel crafter, or if he was like a level 5 jewel crafter. 100%, dude. And I'm not done. I'm sorry, this is a long story, but this is the whole run, dude. At this point, it's Graveyard. How much bullshit can you get into in Graveyard? It's a very small dungeon. Anyway, so luckily that worked out fine. I got the pattern. Then we carry on. Get down to what's his name? I keep wanting to say Mordresh Fire Eye, but I feel like that's the guy from RFD. Blood Mage Thalmos. Okay. So we get down to Blood Mage Thalmos. Orb of the Forgotten Seer drops. I was a little bit like, man, damn it, because I had just spent, I had just put in so much effort to get to level up my jewel crafting to where I can make the Netherbane rod here. Wait, where is it? Here. And I had literally just made it and just crafted it and just equipped it an hour before this run. And of course, on the first GY I get into, Orb of the Forgotten Seer drops, which is just, I mean, this has 5 stam, 3 spirit, and then 5 to spell damage and healing. But this is just 12 spell damage and healing. Clearly I'm going with the 12 spell damage and healing. But anyway, so yeah, I roll need on it. I'm the only caster in the group. I'm the only person that can make use of it whatsoever. It's I mean, other classes kind of could, but we had like a physical based, like a big two-hander wearing enhancement shaman. We had a resto druid that was really a feral druid. She was just resto for the run. And then we had a ret paladin and a proc paladin. So and I'm like, fuck, yeah. I mean, I was bummed because I just made the Netherbane rod. I could have sold it, but whatever. I was like, hey, dude, nice. It was a nice upgrade. I see me need. I see greed, you know, all the greeds, and then fucking dipshit ret paladin rolls need on it. And of course, it was too, like, you know, even if you could trade it, it was already too late for anyone else to jump in and need and try and grab it from them. But sometimes things just work out, because here she is right now, sitting nice and pretty. So yeah, we ended up running SFK. Well, we farmed the graveyard a lot, and all we ended up getting was like 3 or 4 fucking Iron Spine spawns, and he dropped 1 BP and then 3 maces. So I was wanting Azure the Sleepless to spawn, never did. Either way, it was fun, awesome group after we removed the ret. So I didn't mind. Dude, I stayed up till 3, almost 4 in the morning, just farming graveyard with those guys. It was a blast. I love that stuff because it reminds me of EverQuest. Because in EverQuest, all dungeons work that way, where the mobs just respawn, all of them. And instead of like in WoW, where you have like specific bosses, you know, like you go to the boss's room and there's the boss and you do the encounter. It's more, the boss system in EverQuest is more like a rare spawn in Graveyard, where you're killing mobs in the dungeon, hanging out in the dungeon, hanging out in your little corner or whatever your little area is. But certain mobs have a chance, when they respawn, they have a chance to be a certain named mob that's like much higher level. You know, it's a boss. He's much higher level, has his own name and his own loot table and stuff like that. So I always like doing that with Graveyard because it really brings me back to EverQuest days. Yeah, so that was last night. Luckily, ended up getting. Luckily, I didn't end up losing anything. Oh, and when we went back and tried to, obviously we wanted to get our tank that good tanking belt from Duke Dreadmore. So we ran the entrance a couple times after the druid left. It was just me and the shaman and the Pally tank. We got tin vein and iron. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, the second time we killed him, got this bad boy. Somebody steal it. Of course they did. But yeah, dude, trinket with 13 spell damage on it. So all in all, pretty good run. Got a level, got quite a few upgrades, what is it? Got this in there, so it's 1, 2, 3. Yep, we got 3 solid upgrades. Should have wrote down that Ret Paladin's name. I'm not sure. I don't know. Sometimes I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and be like, maybe he's new, maybe English isn't his first language, maybe both, you know? Because with the recipe dropping for that necklace, it popped in my head a few minutes later, like, oh, what if he thought the necklace dropped? And, he didn't understand that, no, this is just a crafting plan that allows you to make it. It's not the actual necklace itself. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna turn in this quest here, and then I'm gonna log for a minute because I gotta take my daughter to school, and then I will be back. Yeah, if you are, if you're not using shadow damage, really the only thing it gives you is shadow resistance. So maybe keep it in your bag as like a situational thing if you're going to be, fighting a boss that does a lot of shadow damage. A lot of AoE shadow damage to the group. Oh, sick, dude. Heavy? 24 and 3? Oh, that's what I got. Alright, cool. I can throw those in the bank. Throw them things in the bank. But yeah, I got some more graveyard farming to do if I can find a fucking group. That is the challenge. Alright, Devkey, hope to see you here in a little bit. And Hubert, thank you for hanging out, man. It's cool talking to you. Thank you for the follow. Anybody else that popped in, I appreciate y'all. I am not logging out really. I just got to drive my daughter to do her school. It takes about 30 minutes round trip. So, peace.